Yeah, hello everyone. This is another project. Yes, I will say another project that I've been working on. Before we get deep into it, let me just quickly restart the system so that you see how it works. So I'm just restarting it. Uh, so Xonovate Coach Champions and all of that. It waits for some time and then it gets to a mode that you can set volumes of any liquid that you want. I believe we are all following now. If you want to set a volume, it's a liquid dispenser, right? So if you want to set a volume, I have my volume buttons here. I have my control also buttons here to start, to pause, and then to cancel. Let's see the buttons. Here is 50, here is 100, here is 150, here is 200. So these are preset volumes, and here you cannot decrease, whilst here cannot help you increase. Okay, so set any volume, increase it as to whatever you want, and then decrease it to whatever you also want to decrease to. So once you are done setting the volume, you come to these buttons, this other one, to start the system, to pause it, and then that. So let me just increase so I can demo how all the three buttons here work, and then you will see that. So for the demo, I just put it here. If I believe they can see both, right? Both the, I believe that's showing, right? Okay, so if I need to start it, I'll just press on this start, and then we get water. If I need to pause, I will pause it here. I can also press the same thing to resume it. So you see that if for any reason I want to cancel, I can also press on this one to cancel it, right? You don't need to pause before canceling. You can cancel straight away. You can also pause, and if you want to cancel, then you cancel. Yeah, so this is just a quick demo. Now let's get into the technical terms, right? But before the technical stuffs, maybe I call it technical, but before telling you exactly what is happening here, I will say that I want to take this feather, right, and then I want to build a casing for it. I started doing the casing in a CAD software, free CAD to be specific. The body casing has been designed, the front casing has been designed. I want to move forward from there and then build what's the name, before putting it in the CAD, printing the CAD design out, right? I also want to design a cardboard kind of thing, right, or a wood kind of design, finalize on the dimensions and then the size of the casing that I want, and then everything will be packaged in there. So once I kind of finalize it and very short, that's the dimension I want, I will just update or change the dimensions in the CAD software to the new dimension that I am going for, and then I will finally print it out. So yes, there is a 3D dimension for that. I mean 3D design for that part. So let's get into it. You saw this already and what they do. You also see this already, right? I'm using an Arduino platform, right? Arduino, I believe you all know Arduino. I'm using an Arduino platform, and then we have the Arduino Uno here. Yeah, so this is my Arduino microcontroller, Nano to be, Uno to be specific. And then here in my palms, right, or in my hands, I have Nano here, and then I have ESP here. These same things work very well on these other controllers, so there's no need to worry. And then I have my relay here, which is controlling a DC pump right here in my water. So I have a DC pump right here. This is a 12 volt. It's submissive, so that is how come I just decided to leave it in the water. Okay, so 12 volt DC pump, and then I have a power supply for it down here. And here we have the water flow sensor, and this flow sensor is giving the pulse count to our microcontroller, and then the calculations happens there. We program everything to get the volume that we want set out. So this is a flow sensor, and let's see if the system is accurate, and then I'll tell you something interesting again about this, right? So I have a bottle here that says, well, written on it is what, 500 ml slim fit, right? Maybe they can sponsor this video. This project, not the video. Yeah, that is it, by the way. I'm not promoting any content, right? This is 500 ml, so I will just update the volume here to that one. Sorry, update the volume to the 500 ml, and then bring it up here. And then I start that. So once I have the volume set, I start it, and then let's see if you get the volume set. The pressure is so high. The pressure is very high. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this is 500 ml, right? I'll pour this into the main container just to have enough, and then I'll come back to it again. Now, but before we try that again, right? The entire system works fine, as you just saw that, right? It works fine, but I want to make it such that it can work for almost every liquid. And if we are to go with this flow sensor, this is meant for water, right? So if you are to bring in a highly reactive liquid or a chemical, then this might not be suitable for all. So I'm researching to get something, a flow sensor that will be suitable for what exactly I want to. So make it kind of a general purpose dispenser machine, right, or system. So this would have a limitation in there. I believe it will be the same thing for the pump that you are using. It's just a 12 volt pump. I've not done research on it, but for this particular one I did. That's how come I'm telling you this. So let's test it for the second time, the same volume 500. I will just start the system, and hopefully it should give us exact or something close. Yeah, so this again says this is our 500 ml. Yep. The next thing is to set another volume. The next is to set another volume. Okay, so that is our 750. Well, I forgot why I even set it to 750, but let's see, bring it closer. This other volume that I have, so Vena water, and written on it is what, 0.75 liters, so meaning that is what, 750 ml. That's how come I have this set to what, 750 ml. So I forgot to mention that. And once the volume is set, all I need is to bring my outlet here, outlet here, and then I'll start that. So starting, let's see. I want to bring this closer. The vision for this project is huge. I also envision to build where this is exact. Let's word that, and then we try for a second time, right? But then before that, also I want to take this further, right? When I'm doing the casing, I think I also mentioned already that I'm doing a 3D casing for that. And instead of using this current screen that I have, the 16 by 2 LCD, I want to use a touch screen, right, where you can control and all of that. The next part of it is also if this is coming out to be an industrial device or machine or system that people will use, then I also want them to be able to have record or history of everything that they have dispensed, right? The total volume, the day they've done that, and all of that. So building a mobile app for it where this integration will be done, and then the app will be able to communicate with the device, right? And every history of what they've done will be on the system. So something like a SaaS project, but this is not a software as a service, right? We are talking about hardware and then so a software. So I don't know the right term for it, but something like that, where if it comes as a product, you buy or you get it, and then you also download the app for it. The only thing you need to do after downloading and getting the actual device is maybe scanning a code or configuring it, basically that the mobile app knows who and boot, or you create an account and you scan to the device. So that is another part. Let's continue to test our system and see how accurate it is. Again, the volume has been set already, right? So I'll just go straight in here and then start. There's this start button here, so I'll just start it, and then let's see how accurate this thing is now. Let's see how accurate this thing is. Okay, so this is another 750 ml, where that is it. Now I'm taking it to a higher volume just to see how accurate it is. So I'll combine the two volumes, and what I'll do is that when this one is getting full, I will try to pause it, and then I'll bring it to the other volume, bottle, and then we resume it. So this is 750 and this is 500. So combined will be 1250, right? 1250. So let's see if the system works accurately. So here I'll just increase to 1250. So that is 1200, 1250, and then let's see. It's either I pause or I will be very fast to transfer. Some will go out, but let's see. So I'll start it here, and as soon as it's getting close, let me just be very alert. As soon as it's getting very close, I'll pause it and then transfer the outlet to the other side. So pause, yeah, and then a lot went back, but that's that, and then I'll resume it again to see if you get our 1250, yeah, 1250. If the system is accurate, you see, well, it's not that bad, it's not too bad. And this is the dispenser project in short or in a brief. I believe everybody watching, everybody that come across this particular video and the content is basically seeing the vision I have for this project and the level I want to take this thing to. We don't want to leave it here. I want to, as I said, get the casing design for it. And then also do a touch screen for it. I also want to build a mobile app for it eventually, where people can use and then be able to kind of have all the history that they are using after configuring it. And the vision is huge. The idea behind this is huge, and this is just one of the systems that I have decided to work on. There are a lot on the way that still needs time reading and researching to be able to come to a point like this. So without much I say or I do, that is my dispenser project and the vision to take it forward. Thank you so much for your time. Bye bye.